In the past decade or so, we've been hearing a lot about the demise or downfall of children and teenagers who rose to stardom early in their life. Well, I'd like to shed a light on those who are still winning till this day and have a good name going on for themselves. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Without further ado, let's jump into today's video. As you all may be aware of, multiple news reports and documentaries have been coming out talk about the shady side of children growing up in the public eye, especially on the Disney Channel, which I don't totally disagree with because they've come out with serious proof and evidence. But I wondered, what about those who fought hard and worked hard for their success and career? Now, I'm not going to lie and say it was only hard work, because some of them were definitely chosen ones and had luck by their side, but they managed to keep breaking through nevertheless. First on the list, we have Skai Jackson. She made her debut in the modeling industry at 9 months old and at 1 year old for the entertainment industry, whom she said herself on the Jennifer Hudson show, which I'll insert the audio in the following seconds.
Can see it. It's adorable.
Thank you.
How old were you when you started modeling?
9 months old.
9 months? Oh my God.
9 months old, and then from there, first commercial at 1, first movie at 4, and I kind of just kept going. Oh yeah, there's me.
Skai was born on April 8th, 2002, which makes her out to be an April Aries regarding her zodiac sign. As you heard, she debuted her career as a little infant. Personally, I would think it's too young to start working, but if you view it from the industry standpoint, the markets always need baby models, and being that she's Black American also shows diversity wherever she's projected. Skai had amazing support from her mother, named Kaya Cole, who raised her, being a single mother at the time. Seeing how talented her daughter was, she got her into the entertainment industry and explained one of her main worries, which was Skai's future as far as if she was gonna go to college or not, and making sure to raise enough money for that matter, which is normal for any typical good mother. There were times where she wanted to take her out of the industry and focus on her personal life, but clients would encourage her to not give up. Miss Jackson is best known for her role in the TV show Jessie, where she plays the character of a lovely little girl named Zuri Ross. She equally participated in The Bunked as the same character. The little girl also took part in other movies as well as TV shows, playing small roles like in Sesame Street, Liberty Kid, Boardwalk Empire, Royal Pains, Descendants 3, The Watson Go to Birmingham, and the list goes on. She's an amazing voice actress, notorious for the movie like The Smurf, 2 Marvel Rising films, and more. Skai has been in this acting business for as long as she can remember and only started taking acting classes at 15.
I always speak my mind and say what I have to say. At first, I didn't take acting classes. I started when I was like 1 with acting, but just now, I'm 15 now, and I started taking classes. And it doesn't mean you're bad at all. It just means like you want to experiment and see what you can do to further yourself. Start off small, like doing stuff with your like neighborhood or just volunteering. I think that.
Being as young as 17 years old, she also published a book back in October 2019 titled Reaching for the Sky: How to Inspire, Empower, and Clap Back, which gave her the opportunity to furthermore prove her intelligence and how gifted she is. This book was made to mainly give back to the community and inspire the readers. She spoke to Pop Sugar's magazine and said, which I quote, "I want my readers to be inspired and hear my story," she said. "Just because I'm a public figure doesn't mean I haven't gone through struggles or tough times in my life. I want them to know that everything is going to be okay and to also see another side of me that they don't know about." The book was supposed to be about anti-bullying, Jackson told Pop Sugars over the phone in early October back in 2019. Then my stylist, my mom, and I thought it might be interesting, even though I'm 17, to do a memoir. Still, bullying is a running theme throughout the book. Jackson opens up about being the target of hurtful jokes and remarks about her hair, height, and physical appearance at school. She notes that her mother, Kaya Cole, always encouraged her to be proud of who she is, and that's a lesson Jackson kept planted in her heart as she continued to work in entertainment. Refusing to succumb to typical beauty standards, she makes a point wearing her natural hair on screen and hires a stylist who knows how to do natural hair. I highly suggest y'all to look into it because in my opinion, it helps with self-confidence and how to be yourself a good character. Online it says that the age range will be from 10 to 14 years old, but of course, if you're older, you can purchase it and read it as well. Something that I've learned while doing this video is that Skai Jackson is considered an activist, and that only at the age of 18 years old, because she held a conference speaking about bullying for TEDx, the non-profitable organization designed to spread awareness and awesome ideas around the world. Now let's speak about Skai Jackson in 2024. As of 2024, Skai is now 22 years old, and she's still standing on business, running her personal YouTube channel about lifestyle, beauty, fashion, and more. She appears in famous magazines as well. One of her latest photo shoot was with her mother for the hair magazine Deeper Than Hair. She became an entrepreneur with a line of sunglasses out for sale. She for sure keeps on getting bookings for acts and roles. Her mother did also talk about her having plans to start a TV show, so we're still on the lookout for that.
So she took a break, enrolled in college, she wrote a show. She got good things coming up. She took time to write her own show. That's been in the works for almost 3 years. That's not easy. You got people that say change this, add this. It was going to be a movie at first and it turned into a TV show. Right, and that's another thing too. You got to protect people's mental health. Like, she even got a therapist at that time, and there's nothing wrong with that. Like, sometimes you just need that. You need that. So that's why a lot of these kids end up, you know what I'm saying, like going in that direction that you see in the horror stories of, whether it's Disney kids or just child.
Recently, we found out that Skai Jackson is pregnant and expecting to be a mother soon. Second on the list would have to be none other than Nick Cannon, who made his start in the industry as a stand-up comedian down in Charlotte, North Carolina.
Started right here in North Carolina doing stand-up comedy in Charlotte. You know, I was out here just being the son of a preacher man.
I also grew up in Charlotte, North Carolina, at certain times in my life.
Nicholas Cat Cannon was born on October 8, 1980, which makes him out to be an October Libra. Compared to the first celebrity on this list, his start of fame came about later in his life, specifically in his teenage years, because before that he would focus on going to school just like normal children do. After having his breakout doing stand-up comedy from the age of 11 on his father's local cable called Public Access TV program.
You know what I mean? So I've been going ever since I was like 11. You know what I mean? I got to LA when I was about 16 doing it professionally, and now it's really just taking off for me. Movies, television, music, it's wonderful. It's a blessing.
He started working for the TV channel Nickelodeon at the age of 17 years old. Being up to 2024, the youngest staff writer in television history. Working behind the scene was great to showcase how creative he could get with the scripts, which got him to be a cast member of the comedy series All That, and led him to having great success with the TV channel Nickelodeon. He began doing commercial breaks for them and being involved in other projects such as these little skits right there.
So tell me, why do you want to work at Teen Nick?
Degrassi.
I'd like to answer that with a cheer, if I may.
BRB. Hey, girl! I know every line of every episode of Degrassi.
I love Drake and Josh.
I am totally in Nick Cannon's office.
But my favorite's what I like about you.
Whatever it takes, I know I can make it through.
Give me a T, give me an E, another E, give me an N.
He's like,
Nick Cannon had major success in show business as well as acting. He hosted several shows, starting with his own self-titled show, The Nick Cannon Show, America's Got Talent, Wild 'N Out, The Masked Singers, and a second show titled Nick Cannon that, of course, had a different concept from the first one, and more. The gentleman also held big roles in a handful of movies in different genres such as Love Don't Cost a Thing, Drumline, School Dance, The Misfits, Underclassmen, The Killing Room, American Son, She-Ball, and much more. Now I have to touch on Nick's musical career, which is one of the things he's really passionate about. He started being one of the 3 members of a squad named the G4 Dope Bomb Squad, and it didn't really end up well. So he kept going and made a music video with Lil Romeo, one with B2K, and one with this third artist as well. His debut self-titled album was released in 2003. He then formed his first record label called Can I Ball, with plans to release a second album featuring 2 singles, which one of them didn't make the light of day because of his acting career. In 2009, he would then cancel his first record label and create a new one, which you've probably seen or heard about, called Incredible Entertainment, and releasing his projects. that includes singles, a mixtape, and albums. In 2019 would come the unthinkable, a feud between Nick Cannon and Eminem, which stems from allegedly a relationship Eminem had with Mariah Carey in the early 2000s that didn't end well. Now, let's see where Nick Cannon is at as of 2024. Nick Cannon is 43 years old as I'm filming this video. One thing that I didn't touch about is his fatherhood. Mr. Cannon is the father of 12 children with 6 different baby mothers, starting with his first and ex-wife, Mariah Carey, which he says is the love of his life.
What would you say was the love of your life?
Like the greatest, I mean, I always talk about that and then it goes viral and all our fans get mad at me, but it's I say like I was 12 years old with Mariah Carey pictures on my wall, and that becomes my wife, and the fact that like she's the coolest person I ever met.
So that's the amount of children that he has. It might be changing in the future, but for now, that's the information we have. Career-wise, he's still running the show Wildin' Out that aired for the first time back in 2005 on VH1 and is currently on streaming platforms such as Paramount+. To this, I can also add Nick started a new series called Bad vs. Wild available on the Zeus network. He's also promoting a new project called Council Culture Show, which you can find on YouTube. All in all, I would say Nick Cannon is a creative personality, always coming up with new projects, which is why he stays relevant within this industry. Now on to the third celebrity on the list is the talented actress, singer, and TV host Keke Palmer. She debuted her career as young as 10 years old, obtaining a role in the movie Barbershop 2. Lauren Kiana Palmer was born on August 26, 1993, which makes her out to be an August Virgo. Keke was brought into this world in a family of 4 children. She was raised in a balanced household with her parents and siblings, Sharon Palmer as her mother and Larry Palmer as her father. Before appearing in the limelight, she began singing in the local church choir, and that only at 5 years old, drawing attention to her gorgeous voice. After having her role in Barbershop 2, she obtained small roles in movies such as The Wool Cap and Knights of the South Bronx, before breaking through in the movie Aquila and the Bee, where she's the main character alongside Lauren Fishburne playing Dr. Larrabee. She then went on to furthermore push her career towards the right direction by playing in other films like Madea's Family Reunion, The Long Shots, Shrink, and got into the music industry, releasing her debut album, So Uncool. Many of the early 2000 babies must recognize her from her hit show on the TV channel Nickelodeon called True Jackson VP, and being the voice actress in the TV series Wings Club for the role of Aisha. Following the successful TV show, she kept appearing in new movies coming out at the time, like in Jump In, Rags, TLC's biography called Crazy Sexy Cool, the TLC Story. Not to mention, Keke Palmer even made her debut in Broadway as Ella in Roger Hammerstein's Cinderella in 2014. Now, as you might have realized, she achieved a lot throughout her acting career. The young lady also starred in the Fox horror series Scream Queens, the epic drama series Burnley Station, the slasher series Scream, just to name a few. Music-wise, she released 3 EPs. As I mentioned while introducing her, she's also best known for her hosting skills. With that being said, she hosted her own show named Just Keke. She co-hosted the talk show Strahan, Sarah, and Keke, as well as the revival of the game show Password. On the list of things I previously listed, I can also add that Keke Palmer holds a podcast called Baby This Is Keke Palmer, which you can easily watch on her YouTube channel and listen on the Apple app called Podcast. Now, I don't know for Androids and Samsungs, so don't come for me in the comments, y'all. And as the genius that she is, she wrote 2 books, the first one being her biography titled I Don't Belong to You, Quiet the Noise and Find Your Voice, published in January 31st, 2017. Before talking about the second book she recently put out, I want to touch on her love life. She got into a relationship with a guy named Darius Jackson, and together they had a cute little baby boy, Leotis and Jolton Jackson. As of now, I don't know her current relationship status. Nevertheless, the latest news was that they separated, but they were seen celebrating together her birthday this year. Before getting into what she's up to in 2024, I might have skipped some of the movies she played in, so I'll put them on the screen for y'all to see. Now, let's talk about Keke Palmer in 2024. As of 2024, Keke Palmer is 31 years old. She's an active mother, entrepreneur, writer, and of course still running her acting career. She released her book titled Master of Me, The Secret to Control, Your Narrative in November 19, 2024. She's still hosting her podcast show, doing music, and posting little comedy skits on her other YouTube channel, Key TV. Recently, she started promoting a trailer starring herself and SZA, as well as her new music project with a girl group named Diva Girl. All in all, I would say Keke Palmer is a true talent, a workaholic with many secrets under her sleeve. She stays relevant because of her amazing bubbly personality and countless skills. If you follow her, you will know she's proud to be a Virgo, and I can say she represents this sign really well. Now, moving on to the fourth celebrity we have here is a brilliant actor and rapper, Tyler James Williams. He was born on October 9th, 1992, which makes him out to be an October Libra. Tyler grew up in Yonkers, New York with his parents, Angela Williams as his mother and Leroy Williams as his father, along with his two younger brothers. If you're a 90s or early 2000s baby, you may have met him on television playing the leading role of Chris in the TV sitcom Everybody Hates Chris. Well, what if I tell you he started acting way before that show? He started his acting career on Sesame Street like most children from the 90s. After his start in the industry, he made 6 auditions for Everybody Hates Chris at the age of 12 years old. And y'all, would you believe me if I tell you he almost didn't make it?
And you almost didn't get the role.
Yeah.
Please tell us about that.
Yeah, so like I did, 6 auditions? Like I did 6, 4 in New York, 2 out in LA, and I really didn't think I got it, to tell you the truth, because they booked me a flight home. And we know in the industry, if you get booked a flight home, it's a wrap.
Yes.
That's your polite, thanks for coming, it's over.
Oh my God.
I got on the plane, I was with my mom, and I was putting the bags up in the overhead, and she got a call. And they were like, they're gonna take him. And can you get off the plane?
We're glad you got off. What, did you get off the plane?
No!
Well, lucky that he is, he obtained the role and described it as his high school experience since he was filming during his teenage years. He then went on to do small appearances in TV series as well as movies like a typical good actor. Tyler also played in the Disney movie Let It Shine as the main character alongside Coco Jones and was featured on most of the film's soundtrack, showing off his rapping skills. He also starred in the movie Dear White People as Lionel Higgins and got casted as Noah in the TV series The Walking Dead. As you can see on the screen, I put most of the movies and TV series he played in if I failed to mention them all. One of the latest roles he was casted for in 2021 is Gregory Eddy in the TV sitcom Abbott Elementary. Now let's see what he's up to in 2024. As of 2024, Tyler James Williams turned 32 years old and he announced a potential new season of the TV sitcom Abbott Elementary. He appears in magazines like this one, for example, and radio stations as well. Considering everything I talked about on this gentleman, I would say he stays relevant within this industry because of his creativity, hard work, dedication, and last but not least, his charismatic and clever personality. The fifth celebrity on the list is a top-notch singer, songwriter, and good actress, Coco Jones. Courtney Michaela Ann Jones was born in Columbia, South Carolina on January 4, 1998, which makes her out to be a January Capricorn. Coco Jones was raised in Lebanon, Tennessee with her parents, Javonda Jones as her mother and Mike Jones as her father, along with her 2 other siblings. From an early age, her mother noticed the talent she has, which is singing. She's a passionate singer and would sing songs around the house. She performed for the first time at her kindergarten graduation singing America the Beautiful. Coco Jones was discovered by the world as she sang the national anthem of the United States in a football game at only 9 years old. And in the same year, she met the casting heads of Disney, which got her career started on the right foot. This opportunity also got her to start acting and songwriting for them. In 2009, she even competed on Radio Disney, which led her to gain more recognition for her song Real You, that unfortunately is not on streaming platforms anymore, if it ever was. The following year, she participated in the 3rd season of Radio Disney The Next Big Thing singing competition. In 2011, she would then appear on shows like on So Random, for example, as a guest. Shortly after, she released her debut project Coco Jones and went on a concert tour revolving around the theme of anti-bullying called UBU Stop the Bullying. In 2012, her acting career blew up with her leading role in the movie Let It Shine as Roxy. After that, she signed a deal to her first ever record label, Hollywood Records, which led her to co-write and sing all new original music. At that time, she continued working with Disney. Meanwhile, her record label was having issues with her and decided to drop her in 2014. But that didn't stop her from keep doing music, because as they say, what doesn't kill you make you stronger. She stayed consistent in the studio, started posting YouTube videos, and made sacrifices like graduating high school earlier than she was supposed to and moving to LA to pursue a career. She went through trials and tribulation but kept faith and knew that it was necessary for her to stay grounded. Because of her perseverance, things worked out in her favor and she kept hustling and getting in her bag, meaning she would reappear on her screens, movies, as well as commercials. Courtney is one of the black girls who's really vocal about the injustices being faced behind closed doors, like colorism or even discrimination. She's a girl's and activist for a community and an advocate defending a good cause. Regarding her musical career, she had signed a new artist deal with the High Standards and Def Jam Recordings, releasing successful singles and EPs, including her hit song I See You in 2022, which is part of her 2023 EP titled What I Didn't Tell You. Recently, in 2022, she was casted in the TV series Bel-Air as Hilary. Now, let's touch on what she has been up to in 2024. As of 2024, Miss Coco Jones is 26 years old, soon turning 27. So career-wise, she's still part of the cast Bel-Air with a new season out. The young lady is, of course, working on new projects that includes music and stays active on her social medias platforms. She appears on interviews where you can all stay updated with her and learn more about who she is. After everything I talked about, I would say Coco Jones is well known for her gorgeous voice, good acting skills, as well as her outstanding and fun personality. To conclude this video, I'd like to say I initially did it to highlight the positivity in the world and to end the year 2024 with growth. So that sums up the video for today. Let me know if you guys want a part 2 for 2025. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video.